All right, the Rage Cage, the 90s mixtape. So basically, it's 11 songs, all beats I made between 1990 and 1995. And these beats all came straight from tapes. I digitized these tapes many, many years ago. And yeah, they're all from tapes. So everything was in the beats, the production, the arrangements, all that's how I did it back in that time period. The only thing I did new was add some extra 808s, thicken up the bass. That's all I added to these tracks is scratches and 808 bass. And the lyrics celebrate that time. I say earlier time, the whole time I was there, 86 to 95. That's when I was active on that scene the most. So it's kind of capturing that time in the lyrics. And so yeah, in the studio, the Rage Cage was basically wherever I lived. It started out at my parents' house on Great Lakes Naval Base in like 86, 87 when I got the Roland 505 and had the SK1. And that's when we were forming Rose Productions. And then that became Wildstyle with LA and Max. And then me and Max formed Rage Productions. And our first artist we produced besides ourselves was this crew DBI, who I'll speak about more later. And when we produced their first stuff that we did, they did stuff before us, but the first stuff we did for them was on the 505 and the SK1. And then it grew from there. At a point, it was in Max's grandmother's house in North Chicago. It was in my parents' house, different places. It was in different apartments that me and Max stayed together. It was at Black Man Zeke's in his pop's house, looking at a space there. So it has moved around all throughout the 80s and 90s. And it was basically a place where anyone could come to record. I never charged anyone to record. Strangers would just show up and be like, I heard you make rap here. I'm like, I would give anyone an hour to come in and make a song and just boom, leave. And I might never see that person. There's people who came one time and I never saw them again. Or came and made a song, people I knew, and I don't know if they'd ever made music after that. It was just a place where anyone could come. I was there all the time. I didn't do much but sit in that studio for years. And so this is kind of a result of that. These are a lot of beats that I made that people never actually made raps to, because I made whole demos for people who never finished them. So I wanted to use those beats and tap into that time. So I went back to my old rhyme books. Some of the lyrics are straight from the 80s and 90s. Some of this, I got ideas for cadence and ideas. I went through like old journals and looked at old photos and just try to remember everything and just capture that essence of what it was back then. So a lot of battle rhymes. It's like not to be taken too seriously, just having fun, bragging and boasting. But some of the stuff too, it captures how albums were back then. Like there's like something on the darker side, what I call vocal violence back then. There's like an electro vocoder jam, a hip house track, all kinds of stuff, man. So it's a fun little project that captures not just my history, but the Lake County hip hop history that's important to me. As a person who cares about hip hop history and an archivist, I feel I want to tell the story of the places I live in Lake County. Is one of the most scenes I was a big part of because I was there for so long. So yes, I gotta tell that story about me and others who are around. So continue this whole month. I'll be telling stories about the Lake County 80s and 90s scenes, what I know, who I remember, and everything. And the beats are mostly like beat jacks because I was still learning, but some creative sampling ideas, I would say, done on the SP12, 808, Casio SK5, the SK1, the MPC 60, the Alesis HR16s in there, 4-track, 8-track, had a quadriverb, and this actual Shure SM78 mic. I actually have two of them. This is the only one I have left. Very beat up because, like I said, who's people who come and drop in the mic all the time. I use it for live shows. Friends, strangers, even rivals have rapped on this microphone. I let people use it for talent shows that I wasn't even cool with. Just long stories. We'll get to those stories later. So yeah, this mic's been through a lot. But this mic is a Lake County legend. But yeah, we're going to tell the stories. The music's out. Check it out. I have a lot of stuff coming up to talk about the story of Lake County and the Rage Cage. Yeah, shout out DJ Mad Max. Rest in peace. Yeah.